been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. 186. I got you. I got you. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. 57. Easy, easy, easy.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that way.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing his car on third down. He dumps it off to Drake. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 22, Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Maurice Hurst. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, 57, 56.
They go play fake. Mahomes trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Running, it's Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
From the 36, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, 15. Delta.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 12, Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
218, jump.
Later, 9.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kimball Fuller, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check. 4 down. Wide. Get wide. 36.
Rip lift. Right.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Coming out to you.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady.
Watch the curl. Take the edge.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Grace don't travel. Hey, watch that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes finding some room at midfield. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. The tight end Kelce was the intended target. He is just... It's been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Touch the ball, the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Express. Express. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Express. Mike, 53. Easy. Kill. Raider 2. Raider 2.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Darren Lee, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field when you go make a play on the football.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only... Get back to the 16-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Chopper!
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Robinson's got it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Yellow! 36! 15! Yellow!
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Out. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shift. Express. 53.
from the gun. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, it's Logan. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch.
49, check 49.
Hey, 57 color. Yellow. Buds.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mahomes now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, watch that. Smoke. Check Mike 54.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This into the hands of Marvin Hall. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They run with Logan. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fights him off. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Check it. Alpha.
Now Carr again. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Complete to Jones. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A handoff out of the pistol, it's Drake. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
29.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Carr. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
44, Mike, 44.
Shotgun now for Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back pop.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Yellow. 15. Showing up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, Carr. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? If you're Mahomes hit, he lost the football.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
LaMarcus Joyner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long, escaping the pressure right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
Pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Raiders, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,